things did change, and it changed dramatically. For us, it was not a lot of freight. A lot of shippers were closed. There were a lot of companies that were closed.
The real reason why America stopped making cab-over trucks will surprise you. Back in the day, cab-over trucks were the kings of the road, offering unparalleled adaptability and cargo capacity that made them the workhorses of the trucking world. So what led to the downfall of the iconic cab-over truck in the good old US? Where have all the cab-overs gone? And what does this all tell us? The rise of cab-over trucks. Cab-over trucks made their grand entrance in the early 20th century, catching on first along the bustling East Coast primarily as a response to federal length restrictions that were in play, limiting how large commercial vehicles could be. These regulations sparked an urgent need for fresh, innovative designs that could pack in maximum cargo while still playing by the rules. Cab-over trucks were everywhere, serving companies large and small. They weren't just trucks, they were the workhorses of an ever-evolving economy. Each road trip fueled by these compact giants was a testament to a changing America, where speed and efficiency became paramount in delivering goods and services. But as with all good things, the reign of the cab-over truck suddenly comes to an end. But what exactly happened? Let's break it down. But before we dive into that, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates. The 1982 turning point. In the annals of American transportation history, the Surface Transportation Assistance Act of 1982 stands as a watershed moment, a pivotal turning point that would forever alter the landscape of the trucking industry. Signed into law by President Ronald Reagan on January 6, 1983, this transformative legislation was more than just a dry bureaucratic exercise. It was a bold, visionary move that would reverberate through the decades to come, shaping the very fabric of the nation's commercial transport. At the heart of the Surface Transportation Assistance Act was a recognition of the pressing challenges facing the country's surface transportation infrastructure. The vast network of highways, bridges, and arterial roads that formed the lifeblood of American commerce. Aging bridges, crumbling highways, and mounting congestion had created a crisis that demanded decisive action. But the Surface Transportation Assistance Act was no mere band-aid solution. It was a sweeping, comprehensive overhaul that would not only address the physical infrastructure, but also usher in a new era of regulatory reform for the trucking industry. One of the Surface Transportation Assistance Act's most transformative provisions was its radical shift in the way length restrictions were applied to commercial vehicles. Prior to the act, these regulations had encompassed the entire vehicle combination, including both the cab and the trailer, but the Surface Transportation Assistance Act redefined these limitations, allowing for longer cabs while applying length restrictions solely to the trailers. This game-changing move paved the way for the design and production of more spacious, comfortable, and driver-friendly long-nosed trucks, behemoths of the open road that would soon become the preferred choice for a new generation of truckers who would revel in the added legroom and improved visibility. But the Surface Transportation Assistance Act's impact went far beyond just the physical dimensions of the trucks themselves. The act also introduced a host of other regulatory changes that would have lasting consequences for the industry, from the establishment of a national truck network to the implementation of increased funding for highway construction and maintenance. The Surface Transportation Assistance Act was a sweeping piece of legislation that left no aspect of the trucking world untouched. Perhaps most importantly, the Surface Transportation Assistance Act also included provisions for whistleblower protections aimed at encouraging compliance with safety regulations by safeguarding employees who reported violations. This forward-thinking move underscored the Act's commitment to ensuring the highest standards of safety and accountability within the industry. So how did it affect the cab-over truck? Let's talk about the rise of the long-nosed truck. With the Surface Transportation Assistance Act, manufacturers were no longer constrained by those pesky length regulations. They seized the opportunity and started designing trucks that prioritized driver comfort over compact designs. As long-nosed trucks started dominating the market, the good old cab-over trucks were left in the dust. Remember those cramped, noisy cabs? Yeah, they just couldn't compete with the comfort and efficiency of the new long-nosed designs. It was like watching the dinosaurs go extinct, but with more horsepower and fewer roary noises. But the impact of the Surface Transportation Assistance Act didn't stop there. This regulatory shift also sparked a bigger transformation within the trucking industry. Suddenly, it wasn't just about moving goods from point A to point B. It was about keeping those hardworking drivers happy and satisfied. Truck design became a reflection of the industry's evolving priorities, balancing efficiency with the driver's overall experience. Imagine you're a truck driver spending countless hours on the road. Would you rather be stuck in a cramped, uncomfortable cab or cruising down the highway in a truck that's practically a 5-star hotel on wheels? The choice is obvious, and the manufacturers knew it. They knew that happy drivers meant more productivity, less turnover, and a healthier bottom line. So the Surface Transportation Assistance Act didn't just change the physical appearance of trucks, it transformed the entire industry's mindset. Truck design became a strategic focus, a way to attract and retain the best drivers in the business. It was a revolution that reverberated through every sector, from long-haul freight to construction to agriculture. As the decades have passed, the reverberations of the Surface Transportation Assistance Act have only grown louder. Today, the long-nosed trucks that it spawned have become the iconic symbols of the American highway. Their massive frames and powerful engines, a testament to the transformative power of this landmark legislation. Market collapse. As the big boys in the transportation industry started transitioning to those sleek, long-nosed trucks, the smaller players and independent operators had no choice but to follow suit. And just like that, the demand for cabovers plummeted faster than a rock in a pond. Picture this. The once thriving market for these iconic vehicles shrank faster than a wool sweater in the dryer. Manufacturers were left scrambling, frantically trying to keep up with the changing tides. But alas, they were fighting a losing battle. By 2005, even industry giants like Peterbilt had to pull the plug on their cabover models, signaling the end of an era. Now, you might be thinking, but why? What's wrong with cabovers? Well, my friend, it wasn't just a matter of changing tastes. No, this was a full-blown market collapse driven by a perfect storm of factors. For starters, the lack of consumer interest was a major thorn in the side of cabover manufacturers. People just didn't seem to have the same love for these quirky, compact trucks as they once did. And let's be honest, those long-nosed designs were just so much more comfortable and efficient. It was hard for cabovers to keep up. But the real nail in the coffin was the competitive pressure from those long-nosed beauties. With their improved aerodynamics, better visibility, and more spacious interiors, the long-nosed trucks quickly became the new darlings of the industry. Cabovers just couldn't compete, and the writing was on the wall. It's almost like the cabover market was the proverbial canary in the coal mine, a harbinger of the seismic shifts that were about to rock the entire transportation industry. As the big players moved away from these iconic vehicles, the smaller companies and independent operators had no choice but to follow suit, further accelerating the decline. And just like that, the cabover market went from being the king of the road to a distant memory, relegated to the annals of transportation history. It's a cautionary tale, really, a reminder that even the most beloved and entrenched products can crumble in the face of changing times and fierce competition. As cabover trucks fade into the background, a shiny new champion is stepping up to steal the spotlight: the long-nosed truck. As the demands of long-haul trucking have evolved over the years, the designs of the vehicles used to meet those needs have undergone a remarkable transformation. Amidst this dynamic landscape, long-nosed trucks have emerged as the preferred choice for many drivers and fleet managers, offering a range of benefits that address the unique challenges faced on the open road. For long-haul drivers, their trucks serve as more than just a means of transportation. They are truly their mobile homes, making comfort a top priority. Fortunately, the design of long-nosed trucks has been meticulously crafted to enhance this crucial aspect of the driving experience. One of the most prominent advantages of long-nosed trucks is their ability to provide a remarkably smooth ride. These vehicles typically feature longer wheelbases, which contribute to a significant reduction in noise and vibration, making long journeys more bearable and less fatiguing for the driver. The increased distance between the front and rear axles allows the truck to better absorb road imperfections, providing a level of comfort that the shorter wheelbase of cabover models simply cannot match. This is especially important when considering the grueling nature of long-haul driving, where driver fatigue can become a serious concern. But the benefits of long-nosed trucks extend far beyond just a smoother ride. These vehicles also offer drivers much more spacious sleeping areas and ample amenities, a stark contrast to the cramped quarters found in cabover designs. Drivers can now enjoy larger sleeping spaces that accommodate their personal belongings and allow for better rest during essential breaks. This is a crucial factor for those who spend extended periods away from home, as it helps to maintain their overall well-being and productivity, both of which are vital in the demanding fast-changing world of long-haul trucking, ergonomics are also a key consideration, and long-nosed trucks have been engineered with the driver's comfort and convenience in mind. These vehicles often feature lower entry heights, making it easier for drivers to access the cab multiple times throughout the day, a particularly beneficial feature for older drivers or those with physical limitations. As the demands of long-haul trucking continue to evolve, the emergence of long-nosed trucks as the preferred choice for many drivers and fleet managers is a testament to their ability to address the unique challenges faced on the open road. Operational efficiency. Operational efficiency plays a pivotal role in the success of any trucking venture, and long-nosed trucks stand out in this domain. They not only drive impressive performance on the road, but also optimize operational functionality through thoughtful design. One of the standout features of long-nosed trucks is their remarkably simplified engine access. Imagine being on the road, a truck's engine hiccups, and rather than facing a complicated procedure, you can dive right into the engine compartment with ease. Unlike the cab-over trucks, where tilting the whole cab takes several minutes, turning a straightforward fix into an extended ordeal, long-nosed trucks are engineered for efficiency. They allow immediate access to engine components just by popping the hood. This straightforward approach not only saves time, but also minimizes downtime, giving long-nosed trucks a competitive edge in operational efficiency. Now let's delve deeper into how maintenance considerations factor into the overall efficiency of these trucks. With cab-over trucks, drivers face an annoying task, ensuring the cab is free of tools, documents, or personal items before it can be tilted for engine access. Talk about adding unnecessary stress to your load. For drivers, that's not just a minor inconvenience. It can lead to wasted hours spent ensuring everything is in order and the cab is clear, which can be cumbersome and tedious. Compare this with the experience of a driver operating a long-nosed truck. They can simply access all vital components without the hassle of moving things around. It's all about making repairs and maintenance as efficient as possible, which translates into enhanced productivity on the road. Moreover, the long-nosed design significantly reduces the complexity of regular maintenance tasks. It's not just that mechanics have an easier time getting to engine components. The overall design promotes a smoother workflow. The layout is more intuitive, meaning that a skilled mechanic can diagnose and repair issues rapidly, increasing the throughput of service bays and reducing overall maintenance times. Imagine a truck rolling into the shop, and right away, the mechanic knows precisely where to go and what to do. This efficient approach reduces labor costs and performance downtime. When repair times dwindle, trucks spend more time on the road, hauling loads and generating revenue. But let's not forget about the additional perks that come along with this remarkable design. Long-nosed trucks aren't merely practical, they also bring a touch of flair to the highways. Their aesthetic appeal is a draw for many drivers, adding an element of pride and ownership. Who wouldn't want to drive a vehicle that combines rugged efficiency with head-turning style? The iconic look associated with long-nosed trucks has contributed to their popularity in the trucking industry, making them a favorite among owner-operators and companies alike. Additionally, the design includes not only functional advantages, but also innovative technology that contributes to operational efficiency. Many modern long-nosed trucks are equipped with advanced diagnostic systems, allowing for proactive maintenance. This technology can alert drivers and mechanics of potential issues before they become roadside problems. The ability to diagnose an issue from the dashboard without needing to pull your rig into the shop is a game changer, reinforcing the overall operational efficiency that these trucks provide. Fuel efficiency is yet another parameter to consider when discussing operational effectiveness. Long-nosed trucks often feature aerodynamic designs that help them slice through the air with less drag, which ultimately translates into better fuel economy compared to some cab-over counterparts. This reduction in drag reduces the overall cost per mile, making a significant difference for fleet operations, where every cent matters. Furthermore, when combined with powerful yet efficient engines, these trucks can cover longer distances on less fuel, maximizing the productivity of each hauling job. Safety. In the world of American trucking, safety has become the top priority, and for good reason. With highways that allow for blistering speeds, often exceeding 80 miles per hour, the risk of high-speed collisions is a constant concern. But the long-nosed design of these trucks offers a crucial layer of protection. Imagine you're barreling down the interstate, surrounded by speeding vehicles. Suddenly, something unexpected happens. A car cuts you off, a tire blows out, or a patch of black ice appears. In a split-second, disaster looms. zooms. But with a long-nosed truck, the large front end acts as a buffer zone between you and the impending impact. This added layer of safety is a game changer. Should the unthinkable happen and a collision occur, the expansive front end of the long-nosed truck helps to absorb the force of the impact, dramatically reducing the likelihood of serious injury. It's like having a giant airbag in front of you, ready to cushion the blow. But safety in trucking isn't just about collision protection, it's also about maintaining situational awareness on the road. And when it comes to visibility, long-nosed trucks reign supreme. Compared to their cab-over counterparts, these behemoths offer larger windows and better sight lines, which are crucial for safe driving in a variety of conditions. This enhanced visibility isn't just about avoiding accidents, it's also about making those complex driving maneuvers with confidence. Whether you're merging onto the highway, changing lanes, or navigating a tight turn, the superior sight lines of a long-nosed truck give you the tools you need to make split-second decisions and keep everyone on the road safe. It's no wonder then that both drivers and fleet managers have embraced the long-nosed design with open arms. These trucks don't just look impressive, they're the embodiment of a commitment to safety that has become the hallmark of the American trucking industry. But you see, while the cab-over market might have taken a nosedive in the US, these unique trucks are still thriving in certain specialized applications and regions around the world. And with growing environmental concerns, the rise of urban logistics, and a newfound appreciation for retro designs, there's a real chance we could see a resurgence of cab-overs right here in America. The resurgence of cab-over trucks. Let's start with the continued use of these trucks in niche markets. Fire departments, for instance, love the compact cab-over design because it gives them unparalleled maneuverability in tight, congested city streets. When every second counts during an emergency, being able to dart through traffic and squeeze into narrow alleys can be a literal lifesaver. And it's not just fire trucks. Construction sites and waste management operations also favor cab-overs for their optimal load capacity and stellar visibility. Navigating busy job sites is a breeze when you've got that elevated forward-facing cab. But it's not just specialized applications that are keeping cab-overs alive. Across the pond in Europe and Asia, these trucks are still thriving due to some unique regional factors. See, many countries over there have much stricter length regulations for trucks, and cab-overs allow manufacturers to maximize cargo space while still staying within those limits. It's a perfect match made in transportation heaven. And then there's the whole narrow roads thing. Have you ever tried driving a long-nosed semi through the winding, cramped streets of an old European city? Yeah, not pretty, but cab-overs with their nimble, maneuverable designs can weave through those tight spaces like a hot knife through butter. So with all this global success, you might be wondering, could cab-overs make a comeback here in the good old US? Well, I'd say the answer is a resounding maybe, and there are a few key factors that could just tip the scales in their favor. So what's the takeout? The decline of cab-over trucks in America tells a captivating story, a tale filled with lessons on adaptability, innovation, and the relentless evolution of the transportation industry. So what can we learn from the rise and fall of these once cherished giants of the road? This exploration will not only delve into the pivotal lessons gleaned from their journey, but will also shine a light on how these insights can guide the trucking industry as it heads toward a greener, more sustainable future. When we think about the trucking industry, one of the most striking takeaways from the demise of cab-over trucks is the critical role of adaptability. The transportation landscape is constantly in flux, shaped by a multitude of influences like regulatory shifts, technological breakthroughs, and changing consumer preferences. It's like a high-stakes game of chess. To thrive, companies must be nimble, able to pivot in response to the playing field at any given moment. Think about it. The failure to adapt could mean the difference between victory and defeat. The Surface Transportation Assistance Act was nothing short of revolutionary for the trucking world. Suddenly, length restrictions for commercial vehicles underwent a significant transformation, paving the way for longer trailers and cabs. This wasn't just a minor tweak, it was a seismic shift that sent manufacturers racing to redesign their vehicles. This brings us to an important lesson for trucking companies everywhere. Staying alert and responsive to regulatory changes is non-negotiable. Instead of viewing new regulations as stumbling blocks, these companies should see them as golden opportunities for innovation. Embracing change can lead to groundbreaking designs and a greater competitive edge in the marketplace. After all, isn't innovation the lifeblood of any successful business? In tandem with regulations, we must also consider the relentless march of technological advancements. The decline of the cab-over truck serves as a powerful reminder of the need to embrace new technologies. As engine efficiency improved and safety measures advanced, advanced by leaps and bounds, long-nose trucks were adept at integrating these innovations seamlessly, while cab-over designs lagged behind. A sustainable future. The trucking industry is quietly undergoing a transformation, gradually steering its way toward a greener future. At the heart of this shift are the invaluable lessons learned from the once popular cab-over trucks, which now serve as a pivotal reference point for crafting innovative and sustainable solutions. Manufacturers and consumers alike are awakening to the pressing environmental concerns that come with transportation, prompting a collective quest for more sustainable options. The journey towards sustainability isn't just a trend, it's a necessity, and the road ahead is paved with opportunities. As the climate crisis looms ever larger, the emergence of electric vehicles and alternative fuel technologies is opening doors that were once closed. Here's where the cab-over design, characterized by its compact and efficient structure, re-enters the conversation. Imagine a revival where these trucks make a comeback, not just as nostalgic relics, but as modern marvels capable of delivering better fuel efficiency and drastically reduced emissions. This aligns beautifully with our goals for sustainability. Could we possibly witness a cab-over renaissance? This brings us to an essential lesson. Manufacturers must be willing and able to adapt historical designs to meet contemporary environmental standards. What if companies were to reimagine cab-over trucks fitted with cutting-edge electric or hybrid technologies? Striking the right balance between legacy and innovation could allow manufacturers to breathe new life into the cab-over while contributing meaningfully to an eco-friendly future. Another aspect of urban development is reshaping transportation needs, generating a surge in demand for vehicles that can deftly navigate the increasingly congested streets of cities. As urbanization accelerates, the need for agility and maneuverability in last-mile delivery solutions is critical. Enter the cab-over trucks. They shine brightest here, thriving in settings where size and efficiency are key. Understanding market trends is not merely an academic exercise. It's a necessity for any company hoping to adapt its vehicle designs to the specific nuances of urban logistics. Those manufacturers who properly identify the exploding demand for efficient urban transport can find immense value in revisiting older designs. They might just rediscover the unique advantages that cab-over trucks once boasted, advantages that could hold the key to solving some of today's pressing logistical challenges. While the cab-over format has experienced a decline in popularity, it has made one thing abundantly clear: continuous innovation in truck design is non-negotiable. As consumer preferences have evolved, shifting toward greater comfort and enhanced operational efficiency, manufacturers have been compelled to rethink their entire design philosophies. The enduring legacy. Despite the decline of cab-over trucks in favor of their long-nosed counterparts, their legacy persists, resonating strongly among both trucking enthusiasts and historians. These trucks encapsulate a significant era in the rich tapestry of American trucking history and continue to enthrall those captivated by the evolution of transportation. Consider the cultural significance of cab-over trucks. They symbolize a time when innovative thinking was forced by practical needs and regulatory constraints. Their distinctive designs have earned them a revered status among truck enthusiasts who honor their historical value as part of a fascinating narrative. Recognizing the cultural weight of previous designs can spark inspiration for future innovations. Manufacturers can tap into the deep well of historical models while weaving in modern technology to forge products that connect with today's consumers. This synergy could result in remarkable new offerings that blend the spirit of the past with the innovations of the future. But what do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment below.